Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. And on today's originals, I got something really special here. The Seiko SKX781 first generation Monster. Now this watch is as iconic as any watch is ever going to be, especially in the Seiko range. A real icon. It's got a great presence, a massive fan base, and this is the original Monster. This is the one that started all the madness. And I don't think, as a collector, especially if you collect Seikos, you have to have a few of these in your collection, if not the one. And as it happens, I do know someone on this Facebook group that I follow. He's got literally every Monster ever produced. Now, something interesting and quite peculiar about this watch is, including myself and quite a lot of people, when they first see this, the first word that pops into your head is ugly. I'm not gonna lie, that's the first thing I thought. I thought that's absolutely hideous. But it kind of grows on you. And everyone loves them. Most of them will probably tell you the same thing. If they didn't like it, it actually ends up growing on you. Now, I got quite late. I was quite late in getting a Monster. About a year and a half ago, they weren't as expensive as they are now. And I don't know, I think it was just in my head from stuff I'd read that I thought it'd be too big. And I just got this a few days ago, secondhand. Someone had it for sale on eBay. And as soon as I took it out the envelope, instantly I was surprised at how small it is. On that, before going to anything else, let's cover the specifications and the dimensions. So this is a old school movement. This is the 7S26, same movement as the SKX781. So all the earlier divers, this was the movement that they used. And so that obviously means there's no hand winding and no hacking option. Now, I did a check on the serial number and it comes off maybe like June 2000. So this is a 20-year-old watch, near enough. Diameter, it's a 42 to 43 mil. Let's check thickness. (13.3). So roughly 13.5 lug to lug. Well under 50, so about 47.2. And then your distance between the lugs. It's about 20. Now dimensionally, like I said, it does look big, but because of the relatively small lug to lug width and the bracelet size, it wears really well on smaller wrists. And I was under the misconception that it would be too big. As I mentioned, a few features of the watch: it's got full stainless steel bezel, and it does have a domed glass. Now this one does have a really nice mod, which it wasn't made clear in the ad, so when I got it, it was a really good surprise. So it is slightly domed, and it's a AR coated sapphire crystal, a really nice subtle upgrade. Now, a lot of you that are familiar with this Gen 1 Monster, you see this chapter ring, that's actually faded. So it's not a mod or anything, it's actually faded, but I think it adds a slight bit of character to the watch, and I do kind of like it. I have tried looking, but all the dials are actually sold at the moment, so, but I don't think I'll replace it anyway. The bezel has a really nice buttery smooth action. That's partly because I had to replace the bezel gasket. When I initially bought it, it was quite hard, and then when I popped the bezel off, I noticed the gasket had worn and it was getting stuck between the glass and the bezel, so it wasn't spinning around. So that was replaced by myself, and that's a really nice bezel action. Obviously you've got the little misalignment, but you know, that's Seiko's proprietary trademark. And you've got this really nice sort of half shroud around the watch. I mentioned earlier about versions. So there's currently, I believe there's 4 generations of the Monster. The 3 generations are actually discontinued. And you've only got Gen 4 that's in production at the moment. Personally, for me, I like the Gen 2 a lot more. So on the Gen 1, where you've got these applied indices that are like batons, apart from the top, it's like probably gave it the nickname Monster because of the teeth. The Gen 2 actually comes with all the indices with those teeth like markers. The hands, you see the same hands on a Seiko Samurai. And on the Gen 2, the indices that sit on top of the markers are not there. It is a bit of a hate or love it watch, but you'll find a lot of people actually love it. I do really like the case design. Like, this is a chunky bezel that sits there, and then you've got this space so we can grip it quite nice. Nice thick crown, and it does screw down because it is a 200 meters diver, and on the case back, made in Japan. The case code is 7S260350. I think another point with this watch, it is quite versatile. They usually come with a stainless steel strap, but the person I had it off didn't have it. Now, the original strap, it looks absolutely amazing on the original strap, but this is not a colour I'd usually go for, and this is what came with it, so it's like a khaki-ish, but I think it does suit the watch quite well. And for me, that makes it quite versatile, that you can stick a number of straps on it. As you can see, this is quite scuffed up. A 20-year-old watch, you are going to get that. The bezels are easily replaceable. You can get them. They're not very expensive. That's if you wanted to refurb the watch. Regarding versions, they've got so many limited editions, special editions for this watch. Some of them are absolutely fantastic. You know, I'd love to just mention them all, but unfortunately I can't. But you do really have some stunning designs, and you know, with it now being discontinued, the prices are going through the roof. You see some going, well, they're around the 300 mark now, depending on if it's got the box and paper, etc. So if you want to get your hands on one, well, it's a bit late now, but better late than never, before they go up even higher. I'm glad the person went for the sapphire mod, because if you hadn't, this would have, the glass would have been it would have been full of scratches, no doubt. But the glasses remain mint. Let's try it on. And as you can see, as I was saying, the fit is absolutely very comfortable, and it does not weigh big. You know, I've got watches bigger, but it was just in my head that it's going to be massive. I don't know why. My wrist is 6.5 inches across, so I think it sits pretty well. And the lugs, because there's a relatively short distance between the lugs, you can see it doesn't go past over the wrists. And I really love how the strap actually wears. So very nice tool watch, and it is a loud watch, don't get me wrong, with the orange dial, but that's what comes with the Monster, and that's why you have them. There's a little spin-off series called the Baby Monsters, but they're Seiko 5s, so they're 100 meters. They're not dive watches, but they do look nice as well. I prefer. There's an orange Baby Monster. I sold that a few weeks ago. That was really nice. I'm thinking I should have kept it. I could have compared this, but obviously you don't know what you're gonna get in the future. But that's really nice. They do a few color options in that as well. And as with all Seikos, it does have the legendary loom. So there you have it, another fantastic piece. Like I said, super iconic. It's as iconic as the SKX781. Fantastic watch for me. It's I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but it's very robust. It looks beefy, extremely masculine. You know, beefy watch, beta, and like I said, they are going up in price. So my next thing is trying to score a Gen 2. Right, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and remember to comment. See you guys soon.